Hi everyone, it's Nicole Wilkins with FitnessRx for Women, and this is my next question and answer segment where I took your questions from Facebook and I'm going to answer them for you today. The first question I have is, congratulations on the Olympia. Tell us how you celebrated your success and how not to binge or ruin all your efforts. How do you relax after such a busy and stressful event as a major competition? Well, thank you very much. The weekend of the competition, afterwards, I did go out to dinner with my family, and I actually had salmon, but I had a glass of wine, I had some bread, and then they brought a molten chocolate lava cake with ice cream that no one else wanted, so I ate the whole thing. It was really good, but I had photo shoots lined up, and that helps keep me on track. But also, I know from previous experience that when you are so strict for so long that if you eat whatever you want for days on end, you will reverse all of that within a matter of days. That goes for anyone who's on a really strict diet for whatever reason it may be, competition or not. So I know that it's a gradual increase afterwards for months. If you binge eat and just gorge on everything, you're gonna gain weight very quickly and feel miserable. So I go right back onto my program the next day. The next question is, what ratio of macros, protein, carbs, and fats do you aim for during the bulking phase and then during the leaning out phase? Thanks. I probably stick with around protein being the highest. I would say about 40 to 50%, and then carbs 30, and then the remainder being fats. And those change a lot, but I don't ever bulk. I just gradually increase calories and gradually decrease calories. So I don't believe that you need to bulk and do like an incredibly amount of excess body fat in order to gain muscle, but everyone is a little different. Those ratios change for me as I go. They might be different next month, they might be different next week. So it just depends on how my body is changing. How do you cope with not being at stage weight year-round? I am a figure competitor, and it's difficult for me to be comfortable with allowing myself to gain a couple pounds in the off-season. Congratulations on your quest for 4. Well, thank you. I have a sweet spot where I feel lean and comfortable and is realistic for me to stay at during the off-season. And I try to stay around that number. In the past, I have definitely gone above it, but competition body for me is not comfortable to stay at. I don't like being that lean. I don't like the way it makes me feel that much. It looks great, but I know in my head already it's not something I can maintain and enjoy life. So I already have that in mind. And my sweet spot or my goal weight is, like I said, a weight that I feel happy with the way I look, the way that I have energy in the gym, I'm sleeping good at night, I'm enjoying the foods and the variety of foods, but I'm also very, very diligent and very disciplined when it comes to making sure my portion sizes are right, I'm choosing healthy foods, I'm having treats in moderation. I'm very strict with that all year round, because in order for me to look that way and not go overboard, it's something that needs to be done. How do you battle water retention and bloating before an event or photo shoot? To prevent water retention before a photo shoot, some things you can do is, well, first of all, make sure that you're drinking enough water, because if you're not drinking enough water, sometimes that can cause a little bit of indigestion or maybe prevent you from going to the restroom. Watch the amount of salt that you're eating. So I wouldn't like pound the salt, but if you're really looking to tighten up, you could taper that down for a day or two, or if not, just eliminate it for a day before, 24 hours. I would probably watch the amount of artificial sweeteners you're eating. So if you're chewing a lot of gum or you're having a lot of sugar-free stuff, the artificial sweeteners or the sugar alcohols can cause a lot of bloating and gassiness, so that might be something you want to avoid. And also the vegetables that you're eating. If you're having a lot of greens, that can also cause a little bit of gassiness and bloating. So I would probably choose the vegetables that you know don't make your stomach feel that way. And the last question I have is, do you train abs with weights or not? Thank you. I do use a little bit of resistance when it comes to doing, like if I'm doing machine crunches, I will add a little bit of resistance, but I'm not stacking the weight. I'm using like 30 to 50 pounds, enough where it's a little bit added and I can feel a good contraction, but it's not so heavy that I can't get like 20 repetitions. My ab rep range is pretty high, sometimes 30 reps. I do a lot of giant sets, I do a lot of supersets so that I get that burning, and I never do weighted anything to the side. So I don't do any weighted side bends or, weighted anything sideways. I'll do twisting stuff, but nothing directly sideways. So those are my questions for you guys. Keep asking your questions on the FitnessRx for Women Facebook page, and I'll be back here every Friday to answer them for you. Until then, keep living the fit life.